In today's video, we're talking about how you can write a good friendship in your manga, comic, or light novel. Write a strong friendship for manga, comics, and light novels. My first tip is give them balancing traits. Give the two characters in the friendship traits that balance each other out. For example, one character might be confident and the other character might be shy. The confident character helps the shy character get out of their comfort zone more, but the shy character helps the confident character understand their inner world and thoughts more. One character in the friendship might be more aggressive and the other character might be more thoughtful. The thoughtful character might help the aggressive character calm down, but the aggressive character might help the thoughtful character to stand up for themselves more when it's necessary. One might like dressing stylishly and the other might be more simpler. In this case with Tomoyo and Sakura, it's kind of the opposite, but it's just an example. Essentially, in order to write a really good and well-rounded friendship, the friend needs to show the parts of the other character that they lack in themselves, and together these characters need to balance each other out. When you do this in the friendships you're creating, it will make it feel a lot more natural and believable, especially when you're putting a focus on the differences between these characters, but how they work really well when they are put together. Consider their similarities and differences. Give them some things that they have in common and some things that they don't have in common. For example, one friend might like cooking and the other character likes to write, but they both enjoy eating delicious food. One friend might like fighting and finding new monsters that will be a good challenge. The other character might get squeamish around fighting, but they both enjoy sharing stories about their lives. One friend might like to go out to parties and the other friend prefers being quiet at home and doing things by themselves, but they both enjoy playing games together. Keep in mind that when creating a good friendship, even if these characters may be best friends, they should still have differences that make them unique. Even though both characters in the friendship might be different, they can both still have a really strong friendship and a connection. To make an interesting friendship in your story, they need to have some things that are in common and other things that are not. This is natural and normal, and it helps you create friendships that are more believable and entertaining in your story. Build individuality first. Focus on them first as individuals when writing them. Understand both characters well first. Their traits, hobbies, passions, goals, and life choices. Once you understand the characters well, it can be easier to bring them together in this connection. It can help to make these characters' friendship feel more meaningful when you first focus on building them up as individual characters first. Focus on them as individuals when you're writing them. I already mentioned before how important it is to focus on the differences when you're creating these friendships, and it really is true. If you focus on building that individuality, when you put the characters together, it's going to feel a lot more entertaining. Keep in mind that the characters should not be created just so you can create a good friendship. The characters should be able to stand apart on their own as really good characters to begin with. If you write these characters only for the purpose of being friends, you forget about what makes them special as individuals. Allow the characters to have disagreements. Their disagreements can show how they can adapt and work together, because their characters shouldn't always agree on everything. Their disagreements show how they can adapt and work together. Keep in mind that even if these characters are best friends, they shouldn't always agree on everything. Here are some examples of this. One character wants to fight the boss battle, but the other character doesn't think they're ready yet. The first character thinks their friend assumes they are weak, but their friend is just trying to protect them. One character wants to go to a different school than their friend, even though they had both already decided to try and get into the same school. One character finds a magical item, but doesn't tell their friend. When their friend discovers that they have it, they feel betrayed. By understanding how your characters work through their disagreements, it can make their friendship feel a lot more meaningful and memorable. Their disagreements can also help to build them as characters, but it also really shows in your story how these characters can work together and problem solve together in order to get through these tough situations and work on a resolution. Keep in mind that despite these characters' disagreements, they are still friends, and so they should be able to work through the problems, come to a solution, and learn to understand each other despite these situations. Disagreements should not separate the characters, but help them to understand each other and learn more about each other. Let them lift each other up. Keep in mind that in order to really show this strong friendship in your story, it's important to give this friendship some moments to shine in the story. Include moments where you show what makes this friendship really special and important in your story. For example, one character is feeling down. The other character is encouraging them to try and do something they are scared to do. One character is feeling bad after being defeated in the last battle. Their friend proves to them that they can do it. One character is feeling like quitting. The other friend is helping them through this situation. Both characters should be there for each other, and in a true friendship, the characters should be giving to each other equally, working together, and using this in order to grow as characters. Make the characters in this friendship grow together. Over the course of the story, show how they change together. There should be situations that challenge them both as characters and their friendship. Show how the events of the story make them change and how it helps the story grow with them. Over the course of the story, show how these characters change and grow together. By this I mean that from the beginning of the story to the end of the story, these characters should change in new and unique ways. They should learn from each other and become the characters they really need to be. There should be situations that challenge them both individually as characters, but also challenge their friendship and really shows what a strong friendship and connection these characters have. Consider their history and how this affects them now. This is especially important if your characters have been friends before the start of the story. Your characters will have history, and this history should reflect in the friendship that you're showing. Show how the events of the story make your characters change, and also show how this friendship changes with those characters over the course of the story. They may have inside jokes or stories about both of them. They may have been involved in situations that have affected them both. Through these stories, you can reveal that throughout your book and how the characters make decisions based on things that they have already experienced in the past. Their history has formed them into who they are in the present moments of your story. Show how the events of the story make these characters change, and alongside it, show how those events make their friendship change as well. Keep in mind that the characters in the friendship you're writing don't always have to have a strong history, and in some cases, your characters might be meeting at the start of the story, and that's okay too. In these instances, think about giving them moments which they may look back on in the future, moments where they look back on and reminisce about the friendship they have and how they met and the things that happened to them over the course of your book. So thank you so much for watching my video today, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what kind of friendships you're writing in your manga, comic, or light novel, because I'd really love to hear about it. Feel free to chat with me on any of my social media at Midnight's Cross, because I always enjoy hearing from you. Also, thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I'm so amazed to have all of you here with me, and I'm so grateful that we can go on this amazing creative journey together. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!